Ciao a tutti, benvenuti. Welcome to 500 useful phrases in Italian. So, we have talked about traveling, we have talked about business, and we have talked about eating and going to a restaurant. So, today we're gonna focus on something different. So, today we're gonna talk about shopping. So, we're gonna do 100 phrases for shopping. 100 frasi per lo shopping. Okay, are you ready to start a new lesson? So let's start with our first sentence. This is the entrance. Questa è l'entrata. This is the exit. Questa è l'uscita. So, entrance, entrata, exit, uscita. As usual, I always advise you to repeat the sentence right after me because that way you're gonna help to memorize the sentence and you're gonna train your pronunciation as well. Business hours, orario lavorativo. Orario lavorativo. The store is open. Il negozio è aperto. The opposite, the store is closed. Il negozio è chiuso. Open, aperto. Closed, chiuso. I remind you that when in Italian you see a word with C-H-I, you have to read it as K, not as ch. Okay? Then, push the door, spingere la porta. Spingere la porta. Door is porta. Or pull the door, tirare la porta. Push, spingere, pull, tirare. Then, let's go to the market. Andiamo al mercato. I'm going to the supermarket. Vado al supermercato. Ok? Supermercato, supermarket. You're going to the mall. Mall is centro commerciale, a long word. So you're going to the mall, vai al centro commerciale. She's going to the bakery. Here it's pretty important to make a distinction because I don't know how it is in different countries, but for example in Italy you're gonna have a bakery that sells only bread and a bakery that sells only sweets and cakes. So for example, if the sentence is she's going to the bakery as a shop that sells only bread, the sentence would be va al panificio. Va al panificio. And what if the bakery sells cakes and all the delicious stuff? The sentence changes a little bit, but only because the word for bakery changes. So he is going to the bakery, va alla pasticceria. Va alla pasticceria. I need to go to the pharmacy. Devo andare in farmacia. Devo andare in farmacia. Pharmacy, farmacia. It's pretty similar. The boy wants to go to the toy store. That's a long sentence. And if you're parents, you probably have heard this sentence like multiple times. So, il bambino vuole andare al negozio di giocattoli. The boy, il bambino, wants, vuole, to go, andare, to the toy store. Al negozio di giocattoli. The girl wants to go to the bookstore. La bambina vuole andare in libreria. The girl, la bambina, wants, vuole, to go, andare, to the bookstore, in libreria. My mother wants to go to the clothing stores. Once again, a long sentence. And here we have two options to say mother. One is more familiar, we can say, and that is mamma. And one is more formal, we can say, and that is madre. So, mia madre vuole andare al negozio di abbigliamento. My mother, mia madre, or mia mamma, wants, vuole, to go, andare, to the clothing store, al negozio di abbigliamento. My father wants to go to the sporting goods store. Here, as well, we have the two options for dad. So we have dad, that is papà, and father, that is padre. But the meaning is still the same as in English. Mio padre vuole andare al negozio sportivo. Or, mio papà vuole andare al negozio sportivo. My boyfriend is going to the jewelry store. Il mio ragazzo sta andando in gioielleria. Il mio ragazzo sta andando in gioielleria. Do you know a place where they do, make, perform? Here you have two options. The first option refers to the case that you're talking to one person. If you're talking to several persons, then you should pick the second option. So, conosci un posto dove fanno... And this is the option that corresponds to the case where you're talking to one person. If you're talking to multiple person, then multiple people, you're gonna say conoscete un posto dove fanno, etc. Do you know a place where they sell something? Here as well we have the same options. So, conosci un posto dove vendono something? Or, conoscete un posto dove vendono something? Great. Do you know of something around here? Here as well we have the two options. So if you're talking to one person, then you're gonna say sai se c'è un or una something in zona. If you're talking to several people, then you're gonna say sapete se c'è un una something in zona. Around here, in zona. So you might see the difference between una. And these are two articles, and if the words that follow is masculine, then you should pick un. If it's feminine, then you should pick una. But don't worry too much about it while talking, okay? Everyone will understand the same, even if you pick the wrong article. Do you sell cheap clothing? Vendete capi di abbigliamento economici? Economici? Cheap. Do you sell second-hand clothing? Vendete abbigliamento di seconda mano? Second-hand, di seconda mano. Is your product fair trade? Il vostro prodotto è equo e solidale? Awesome. Do you sell organic makeup? Vendete trucchi biologici? Makeup is trucchi. But even if you use makeup, probably the people will understand. It's pretty common. Does the liquor store have craft beer? Il negozio di alcolici vende birre artigianali? Craft beer, birre artigianali. The shoes are handmade. Le scarpe, the shoes, sono fatte a mano. Fatte a mano, handmade. The wine is homemade. Il vino è fatto in casa, homemade. I would like one of those, please. Vorrei uno di questi, per favore. So here you might see the difference between questi and queste. So there is no real difference in terms of meaning, but simply use questi when you're talking about a group of masculine objects, or queste when you're talking about a group of feminine objects. But once again, I really want to highlight that if you're talking, you don't have to worry too much about these slight differences, okay? The most important thing when you communicate is to communicate, okay? Don't worry too much about making mistakes. Thank you very much, sir. Grazie mille, signore. Sir is signore with an E at the end. Thank you very much, madam. Grazie mille, signora, with an A at the end. Can you pass me that, please? Here, once again, we have the two options. So the first option, lo, refers to something that you're asking for, and that's masculine. La is an article that you would use for feminine objects. So, can you pass me that, please? Me lo può passare, per favore? Or, me la può passare, per favore? Give me one, please. Me ne dia uno, per favore. Once again, uno refers to something that you're asking for, and that's masculine. Me ne dia una, per favore, for feminine objects. I want this or that. So, this, questo. That, quello. But if this or that refers to something that is feminine, then you should pick questa or quella. Okay? I want, vorrei. As I have already said in the previous lessons, we always use I would like because it's more polite. I don't like this one very much. So if you're talking about a masculine object, then it would be questo non mi piace molto. If you're talking about a feminine object, then you would say questa non mi piace molto. Great. I love this one. So if you're loving something that is masculine, then you would say questo mi piace moltissimo. If you're saying this sentence because you love something that has a feminine word, questa mi piace moltissimo. Okay? I know that this difference can be tricky, but as I have already said, don't worry too much about it. That could be more important if you're writing, for example, but if you have to talk and you can take like 2 hours to answer, then just say the sentence and don't worry too much if you have picked the wrong form. I like those ones over there. Mi piacciono quelli là. Group of masculine objects or group of masculine objects with some feminine objects as well. Mi piacciono quelle là. Group of feminine objects only. Over there, là with an accent. We ran out of something. Abbiamo finito something. We don't have that anymore. Non ne abbiamo più. Non ne abbiamo più. Change this one, please. Lo cambi, per favore. Quality products, prodotti di qualità. I prefer luxury products. Preferisco i prodotti di lusso. We have already seen lusso when we were talking about traveling, if I'm not wrong. The suit is expensive. Il completo è costoso. Costoso, expensive. The shirt is pretty. La camicia è carina. The shirt, la camicia. The dress is elegant. Il vestito è elegante. The purse is affordable. La borsa è economica. As we have seen before, economico means also cheap. Okay? The ring is beautiful. L'anello è bellissimo. Beautiful, bellissimo. But maybe you have already heard this word before. The necklace is ugly, the opposite. La collana è brutta. The pants are cheap. I pantaloni sono economici. The blouse is made of cotton. La camicetta è di cotone. So we have already seen shirt, camicia, blouse is camicetta. The belt is made of leather. La cintura è di cuoio or in cuoio. It's the same. The sweater is made of wool. Il maglione è di lana. Wool, lana. The fabric is velvet. Il tessuto, the fabric, è velluto. Velvet. I like flannel shirts. Mi piacciono le camicie di flanella. What is your shirt size? Che taglia di camicia porti? Here we have the two options because one, as we have already seen before, is the more friendly way to talk to people. The other one is more formal. Porti is the friendly option. In general, if you are in a shop, they would say che taglia di camicia porta to be more polite. Size is taglia. What pant size do you wear? Same thing here. Che taglia di pantaloni, porti or porta? What shoe size do you wear? Here, size changes. We use a different word. Che numero di scarpe porti or porta? Numero is number. So we literally say, what shoe number do you wear? Can I try it on? Posso provarlo? Or posso provarla? Lo refers to something, some items of clothing that is masculine. If it has a feminine word, then you would say provarla. But as I already said, don't worry too much about it, okay? I wear a small size. Here you have two options. The first one maybe is a little bit easier because it's very similar to the English one. Porto una small. So we use the same word. But actually you would normally say it and indicate it as S. The letter S in Italian is S. So you could say porto una S as well. I wear a medium size. Here it's a little bit different. Porto una media. Or porto una M. M is letter M. I wear the large size. Porto una L. Okay, so here the only option is to say the name of the letter L. L in Italian. It suits me well. Mi sta bene. Mi sta bene. It doesn't suit me well, so the opposite situation, non mi sta bene. If you remember, the only thing that you need to do when you want to transform a sentence into a negative one is just to place non. Non mi sta bene. It's too big on me. Mi sta grande. It's too tight here. Mi sta stretto or stretta if we're talking to something that is feminine. Qui, here. I pantaloni sono stretti. The pants are tight. The shirt is loose. La camicia è grande. How much is this? Quanto costa? This is the standard question you ask when you want to know the price of something. Quanto costa? But, for example, if you are asking for several things, then you should use the plural. Quanto costano? Okay? How much are you asking for this? Quanto chiede? Quanto chiede? Please note that these sentences could be asked, to be polite, only when you're shopping, for example, in markets or doing some fairs, but not in real shops, because it would sound a little bit rude. What is the lowest price you can give me? Qual è il prezzo più basso che mi può proporre? Qual è il prezzo più basso che mi può proporre? It's very expensive. Costa molto. Costa molto. It literally means it costs a lot. It doesn't cost much, the opposite, so we place non in front of the verb. Non costa molto. Can you give me change for a 20? Mi può cambiare un biglietto da 20? Mi può cambiare un biglietto da 20? Do you have change? Ha da cambiare? Ha da cambiare? Give me coins, please. Mi dia delle monete, per favore. Coins, monete. Can I pay with coins? Posso pagare in monete? Posso pagare in monete? And generally the answer will be yes, because in the stores they're always eager to have some coins in order to give the change to people. Is it possible to pay with credit card? Posso pagare con carta di credito? You should always ask this question before trying to pay with a credit card, because as I already said multiple times in this course, not all shops or restaurants or activities allow you to pay with credit card. If you have a debit card, then the question would be, posso pagare con carta di debito? I'll pay with cash. Pago in contanti. Pago in contanti. Can you give me a discount? Può farmi uno sconto? Discount is sconto. Can you give me a discount if I buy something? Può farmi uno sconto se compro something? If is se. Okay? Answer. You have two possibilities, yes or no. Yes in Italian is sì. No is no. Okay, so you actually write it as in English, but the pronunciation is a little bit different. It's not no, but it's no. But over there, it costs 12 euros. These are very important questions when you're going shopping into the markets, because it may happen that if you are a foreigner and you need to pay extra attention to the prices. Ma lì costa 12 euro. 12, 12. Are there any discounts? Ci sono degli sconti? The other woman would sell it to me for 12 euros. L'altra signora, the other woman, li or le, li, group of masculine objects or masculine object with some feminine ones, le, group of feminine objects only, vende a 12 euro. Ok, let's do 10 euros. Ok, facciamo 10 euro. Let's do, facciamo. What is the final price? Qual è il prezzo finale? I live here and I earn an Italian salary. That's a very important question in case someone is trying to make you pay something that is not fair just because you're a foreigner. Unfortunately, it may happen. Vivo qui e ho uno stipendio italiano. Salary, stipendio. I know how the prices are here. So come sono i prezzi qui. So come sono i prezzi qui. Last week you told me another price. La scorsa settimana, last week, mi aveva detto un altro prezzo. Another price, un altro prezzo. The prices are different. I prezzi sono diversi. Yesterday it was a cheaper price. Ieri, yesterday, il prezzo era più basso. I love to go shopping. Amo lo shopping. Fortunately, we use the same word as in English, so that might be easier for you. Amo lo shopping. The opposite, I don't like to go shopping. Non mi piace lo shopping. I like, mi piace. I don't like, non mi piace. Do you have a bigger size? Ha una taglia più grande? Size, taglia. Bigger, più grande. How many sizes do you have? Quante taglie ha? How many? Quante. Your products are broken. I suoi prodotti sono rotti. Rotti, broken. What is your return policy? Qual è la sua politica di restituzione? Or, qual è la vostra politica di restituzione? Return policy, politica di restituzione. Do you ship to the United States? Consegnate negli Stati Uniti? Consegnate negli Stati Uniti? Or spedite negli Stati Uniti? It's the same. Ship, consegnate, or spedite. United States, Stati Uniti. How much is shipping? Quanto costa la spedizione? This is the standard question, ok? Quanto costa la spedizione? And lastly, can I exchange this? Posso cambiarlo? Masculine object. Or posso cambiarla? Feminine object. Okay, so great, complimenti, congratulations, you have just finished this new lesson about shopping. I'm really hoping that all this vocabulary will be useful and that you will use some of these sentences while visiting Italy. So I'm looking forward for the next lesson, and thank you for being with me for these 4 lessons. So have a great day and see you soon. Ciao!